Hey, what's up you guys, it's Dorothy and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to go into chapter 4 of the game by Lindsay Miller, so I hope that you guys are ready for this video. Before anyone comments, yes, I am standing up for this. I'm tired of sitting down for right now, so yeah. Anyways, this video may contain sensitive topics and foul language. If you do not wish to continue, I suggest clicking off of the video now. You have been warned. Chapter 4. The next morning, Jim and Leah met in Jim's driveway at 5, and Leah waved to the yawning Miss Hastings, who was standing at the door. Leah wore black leggings and an old blue sweatshirt and running shoes. Her hair was in a ponytail, and the only makeup she wore was mascara and some lip balm. It was easy for Leah to go unnoticed. She was middling. She doubted the assassin who had her name even knew what she looked like. Not that she was leaving her survival to chance. Her neighbor walked her dog every morning at 5, rain or shine, and Leah had walked over with her. "I can't believe you have the whole senior class tracked," Jim said. "It's creepy." "Which is why I'm not telling anyone," Leah said, and they got in the car. She scrolled through her spreadsheets, and all the information I have, people blabbed about freely. It's not like I hacked their calendars. Lincoln was a strip of hilly, boggy, foresty land in the way that only Arkansas could be, and the car wound its way from the dark streets that were too remote to warrant street lights to the well-lit stretch of perfectly manicured lawns along Highway 10. Jim and Leah lived in the center of Lincoln, and their neighborhood was a mix of lower middle-class people and people pretending to be middle-class and ignoring the rising costs of their area. Ben's family was new money, and he lived a good 20 minutes from Jim. White stone columns and peaked roofs replaced the skyline of evergreens and the listing power lines. Jim pulled up to a large house whose yard was littered with sports equipment, and several minutes later Ben jogged out the front door as if he woke up before dawn for elaborate water gun assassinations every morning. "Sup," he said, and tucked all 6 feet 3 inches of himself and his modded for-distance water gun into the back seat behind Leah. He wore all black and covered his Lincoln Lions red hair with a black beanie. "May said most of the soccer team isn't playing, but track is. Hope y'all are in shape." "Is May playing?" Jim asked. "I'm not my sister's keeper." Ben grinned and snapped the bands of his braces with his tongue. "Guess you'll have to be brave and ask her yourself. May doesn't like cowards." "Be nice," Leah said, knowing how Jim felt. "Is May in the game or not?" Jim's light brown skin reddened around their cheeks and ears. By the time they had pulled into Devon's small neighborhood tucked behind an old cemetery and the new Starbucks, Jim's face was practically heating the car. "Yeah, fine," Jim said. "I get that she doesn't like cowards, but would she like me?" "What?" Ben asked. Jim glared at him in the rearview mirror. "Oh," Ben nodded, understanding. "Hell yeah." "Great." Leah patted Jim's arm. "Just don't be a coward." "I'm going to murder you," Jim whispered, and unlocked the doors. Devon, a scarf pulled up around his chin, crawled into the seat behind Jim. "My face isn't used to being up before dawn," he said, yawning. "Here's the deal." Leah turned to them, using her arm to hide the bleach spots on her sweatshirt. She had dressed for assassins, but Devon looked impeccable. "The ass. I know every senior's schedule, so we're good if they don't change that. Our new rules to live by are 1. Go nowhere alone, and 2. Practice your aim." She looked at Ben. "Will you be okay at gym before school if we don't pick you up?" He nodded. "Never alone, and if I am." He pulled open his coat and revealed 2 water guns velcroed to the lining. "Devon," Leah asked, "I'm assuming you and Jim will be picking me up?" He asked. One black brow arched. "My mother will be delighted about not sharing the car." "Great," Leah said. "We should get Abby quickly. Once a few targets are killed the first weekend, people will get more paranoid. It'll be better if we kill Abby and then get to our next target quickly before people start changing their schedules. We'll also learn who the competition really is," Leah said. She held out a neon green water gun to him. "Sound good?" "Still slightly creepy." Devon held up the water gun and checked the seal against the water sloshing inside. "I love green. This isn't filled with caffeine, is it?" "Only water," Leah said. "Sorry." "It's fine." He held his thumb and forefinger. It only lessens my love a little." Leah ignored the flutter in her stomach. "As you know, our target is Abby Asher. What you don't know is that she goes for a walk with her dog Omelette to Pleasant Pines, and then she runs home before heading to work a few hours later." Leah hadn't needed to follow Abby to know that. They lived near enough that her dad always joked about setting his watch by Abby's morning run, even though all the watches he owned were digital. "Oh my God," whispered Ben. "She named her dog Omelette." "I know, it's good." Leah handed them each a printout of what she knew about Abby's schedule. "Ideally, we'll get her today, but if we don't, there's tomorrow morning or when she gets off work tomorrow." "Did you follow everyone?" Ben asks. his face scrunching up. "Not everyone," Leah said quickly. Devin scanned the paper and whistled. "Your preparedness is terrifying. It's color-coded, but the printer sucks." Leah gestured to his dark jeans and sweater. "Are you okay with those getting wet?" "They won't," he said. "I refuse to die." "You need anything to blend in more?" Ben asked. He emptied one of his pockets, pulling free 3 granola bars, a collapsing water bottle, a ski mask, a sewing kit, and an EpiPen, a flashlight, and 3 gum wrappers. "I came prepared." "Sure did," muttered Jim, maneuvering the car into an empty spot a few blocks away from Abby's house. "Brown boy in a ski mask in the dark?" Devin said with both eyebrows raised. "Yeah, no thanks." Jim sauntered Devin in the rearview mirror. "Who's the EpiPen for? You allergic to anything?" "Oh yeah, but it's embarrassing," Ben said and laughed. "I'm allergic to latex. It makes me look like a lobster, and as good at breathing air. May and I both carry one just in case." Leah added that to the top of her journal page on Ben in all caps. "Why is that embarrassing?" "You know," he flushed, as red as his hair. "Guy stuff." Devin, holding back laughter, patted Ben's arm. Leah checked her phone. "Abby should be leaving her house soon. If I were alone, I would get her at her house, but I figured this would be more fun. We can take positions around the path." They slunk out of the car. Leah looked around her, and a pair of binoculars pressed to her eyes. Shadows danced in the dark between the trees, limbs grasping at the air, and a woodpecker picked at the waterlogged fence post. The post had marked the boundaries of the old park, but as the water line of the creek winding through the area had grown, they had been lost. Now an old bridge arched over them, connecting the walking paths to the newer dog park. The 4 kids took up spots a little ways off the path. As Abby walked Omelette around the park, they would shoot her when she neared. Leah knelt in the cold next to Jim. Devin sat beside her. "Did you stalk me?" he asked. "It wasn't stalking, and no, I didn't think you would play," Leah said. "It's not like I watched people through windows." Devin laughed, and Jim held a finger up to her lips. Leaves rustled in the late winter breeze. Leah rubbed the back of her neck. From the dimly lit street came Abby and Omelette. Jim gestured to Leah, miming a shot. Leah pulled a slightly larger water gun from her backpack. She was hoping the longer barrel would help her aim. She had spent most of the winter break practicing. Abby paused on the bridge and Leah took aim. Abby stretched her arms over her head. Leah fired. The water arched for Abby's perfectly on target. Omelette, a big Alaskan Malamute, rose to his hind legs and lunged for Abby's face. Tongue lolling, water splattered against his side. Startled, he pushed hard on her shoulders. Abby leapt back. "Good start," Devin whispered. Leah groaned. "Crap." A sickening crack silenced them all. Abby teetered on the edge of the bridge, her arms thrown back, and plummeted through the railing. She vanished beneath the bridge. That is the end of chapter 4. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.